need to put something behind it. Oh, I got it. Shout out to the woods, man. Alright, so I think we good. Oh yeah, we good.
All right, we got a question
That's
for
perfect.
everybody. Good question. Who says that women can't propose to men? I don't see an issue with it. But
I'm about to look it
it's
up.
a lot of people that feels that women can't propose to men. What's your take on that?
It says
But he's
there's no rule on it.
he's Googling it right now.
It says there's no rule on it. It's based off society.
Right.
So I'm trying to find.
Based off of society, just like everything else, is based off of society. Why do we always have to base our lives off of society?
I think it's cause like we was talking about earlier, chivalry for them. Y'all women is like, how can I say it? Well, let's look up the definition of chivalry first.
He's gonna look up the definition. But yeah, give your feedback.
Chivalry.
We have an unsweet tea talk right now
Chivalry.
because I need to know. Because I looked at a video on TikTok and she proposed to her man, but he rejected her. So is that why women or people feel like you don't propose to the man? So what makes a difference if he was to propose to her and she say no?
Because he the one that's like, okay, I'm in that space now where I can be the man, protect you, provide for you, do all of this. Sure, no man, he shouldn't, but we humans and we don't do the right thing all the time. But should no man like take your hand in marriage if he can't do those things for you, because that's what makes him a husband. You know what I'm saying? And basically it's like when a woman proposes, it's kind of like you asking, okay, I wouldn't say it's like hurry up and marry me, but it's like, all right, can you marry me now? You know what I'm saying? In the society standpoint, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I feel like even me, myself, I'm with the woman shouldn't propose. Just off the simple fact that you gotta wait. Because that's the way it is, and that's just the way it's been.
So
I don't know why it's that way, but it makes sense.
So hold on. So you believe, which you made points, you made valid points. So you're saying when a woman asks, you believe in her mindset, she's saying, hurry up and marry me?
Not really so much hurry up and marry me, but I'm ready to be married. And it's like, okay, God put you here on the earth. You know what I'm saying? In the book of Genesis, they talk about how there was Adam and then there was Eve, and how the man was first, and it was his job to make the living arrangement situated first before Eve came out of his rib after he got his home situated. And from that point, from the beginning of time, it's just always been that way. Chivalry came from the medieval times. That was just their language. But all in all, basically that shit means, okay, give, you know what I'm saying, be extra nice to the weak or the less fortunate.
You looked up the definition of chivalry?
Yeah, but it wasn't saying the same thing it was before. The definition is polite, kind, or unselfish behavior, especially by men towards women. That's the actual definition. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to be biased to that because, you know, I seen something else where it talks about chivalry could also be used for the less fortunate. You know, if you see somebody homeless and you give them your jacket, that's chivalry. It doesn't have to do with sex all the time, you know. the male species, the female species, this and that. But I believe it's a man's job to provide, protect, make sure the home is straight, as far as make sure it's comfortable for her to make sure her part of the home is straight without her having to worry about, whatever. Making sure the bills is paid. Little shit like that is a man's job. So you shouldn't be married. You shouldn't take nobody else's life and make it yours until you got them things covered. And it's a man's job to do those things, which is why I feel like it's a man's job to propose. Because, yeah, a woman could say, oh, I want to be married, but what if my credit's fucked up and I can't afford to marry you right now? So I go ahead and accept your proposal, and now your credit is my credit. But that's not your job as a woman to decipher that, because it's not your job to worry about the bills, the finances, and etc. So I don't expect a woman to have that question in her mind when asking. She probably, and this is my opinion, she probably is like, fairy tale land, marriage, unity, all of that's good. But there's a business side to marriage. We could be together all day long, every day for the rest of our life. When it comes to proposal and marriage, that's business. And I feel like it's the man's job to propose, because it's the man's job to provide, and it's the man's job to protect.
So, in all summary, you don't believe women should propose because of those facts?
Correct.
Okay. Well, I guess we got our answer. Some people might agree, some people might not agree. Me, I play devil's advocate. I don't agree to everything. I'm a rebel. I don't like to listen to what society talking about, because it's my life. Just like I don't believe that you need to have a marriage license to be married. Who told you that?
And that's all it is.
I didn't tell you that. Why do you need to have a piece of paper? Because of the government, because of the world. They want you to be on tax time. Oh, this and that. You got a business. Some people be married and their business is going so good, they get divorced. So that way they don't have to worry about taxes and stuff, as far as filing taxes and stuff together, because they benefit more when they're not married on paper.
Then you got some people.
So
who got
what is the point?
And then get divorced and lose their business because they was married. And we came in this world alone. We gonna die alone. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, God, family, self. God, self, family. And,
in that order.
And it should be in that order.
Yeah.
Nobody's perfect. And I strive to be in that order, and it's not always that way for me. But shit, it just is what it is. I believe in order. So you gotta have something to believe in before you can start practicing. And if you don't practice, you can't achieve then. So
now I'm not judging. I'm not judging those that want to get married on paper and stuff. That is what it is.
We plan on doing it.
We're planning on. We actually talked about it. I said, baby, you know what? I want to get married to you in the eyes of God. However, I ain't with all that paper stuff. I ain't with all that. I don't want to do that. But then I'm thinking about, okay, what about one of us gets sick, or one of us pass away, or you know what I mean? You want to, I'm pretty sure there's other ways that you could go around for your partner to get your benefits. You don't have to be signing no document for the government to own you. Not own you, but it's to me, in my eyes, that is another form of control. And I ain't with all that control. I don't like that. I'm not a society type person, like everybody be with the trends and stuff. I ain't with all that. I know it's so funny. I realized with myself, something could be trending, and it don't hit me until 5 months later, and I'd be like, oh, that's lit, that's nice. Somebody, they already on 5 trends later. I don't care. I'm not with all that trends. I'm not with all that traditional stuff. I'm not with all that, men can't do this, women can do this, and it's just, I'm a rebel. I'm pretty sure there's people out there like me, or people, people may agree, people may not agree. It's called perspective, and I respect everybody's perspective, but our perspective is different in our relationship, as far as what women can do, what men can do, and what women should do, and what men roles is. Like back to the chivalry, I'll open his door. Like if I'm getting in the car and he getting in the driver's seat, I'll reach over and open his door. Some people might feel a type of way. Some people don't agree with that,
No,
but I don't see nothing wrong with that.
It's nothing wrong with that. It's appreciated, not expected.
All right, but what about
the other way around? It's expected. So for me, you doing something for me is like that, opening my door, or running my bath or whatever. It's appreciated. Well, running my bath, I guess you could say that's expected. If I'm going to work every day, paying all the bills, and you're retired, and if you at home ain't doing shit. But if you working, I don't expect that as a man, because my woman's working. And you know what I'm saying? I believe in certain shit, even though I haven't achieved them goals yet, or I haven't got there yet. I believe that it should be a certain way. No, my woman shouldn't have to go to work. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I should have to pay all the bills. Yeah, I should open up her door. No, she shouldn't. But there's things that she's expected to do as well. It's not going to sound like, oh, here's something on her. Nah, it's about growing and becoming a man, and realizing what a man is and what a man's job is to do. And, that's just basically all in all. What was you saying, though? I just had a brain fart.
I was saying about, as far as opening the door, and for your partner.
Oh, yeah.
Like when I'm in the seat or whatever, in the passenger seat, and I reach over the door. I believe in like buying your man flowers. I love flowers, and I don't see nothing wrong with buying. Like if you say one day, hey, I want to do something nice for my babe, or I want to pop up at his job, like men do to women. I don't see anything wrong with that. I don't see why women don't embrace that. Men low key like that. They might not like they may not like the flowers, but it is what it is. But they're gonna accept it because they love you. Like I did with him. One day he was at work. We was a year in our relationship or whatever. I don't remember. If y'all
fucking on hoes at work, don't do that.
That part. But
I don't be doing that. So
I was at work, and I'm driving, and I'm like, ooh, I want to do something special for my baby. You know what I mean? He's at work. I miss him. And I'm like, okay, this is his favorite candy. It was small. It was a just because day. You know what I mean? Women always be expecting a man just because. Buy me some flowers. Buy me some candy. Buy me this. Just because. Why can't men get that? I don't see why men can't get that. I bought him candy, his favorite candy. I bought him a card, some balloons, and some nice roses. Put it in a nice bag. Went up to his job, and I said, "Hey, is Corey here?" Yeah, he's in the back. Came out and gave him everybody was staring at him like, oh yeah, wow.
They was on my ass. Them hoes, they was trying to suck my dick, but I ain't let them. They was like, oh, what he got going on? He getting flowers and candy delivered at the job by hand. Like, man, I'm not doing shit but me. And that's just what it was. But yeah, man, like I said, man, all of that is respected and appreciated, not expected.
Right. I believe women need to start embracing spoiling their man or treating their man. It's not always about you. It's about sharing in a relationship. That's how you get to love on each other every day. Every day, me and him don't have a great day, but we love on each other every day. Every day, I thank God for allowing me to love him a new way every day. And it's always not easy, but when you put God first and you talk to him, it make it easy.
Mm-hmm.
For real. Women, start embracing your man. Stop being selfish. Stop thinking it's all about you, because it's not. If that's the case, you could be by yourself.
And I tell you what, if you feel like proposing to your man because you want to be married, just help that man get to where he want to be, and I promise you, you'll have the best marriage of your life. And that's a fact.
Word. So
It ain't all about the wedding and all the pictures that you can post and your dress and your fans and all that dopamine ass bullshit. It's about life. You know what I'm saying? Choosing your partner, having the right stability, and being able to know what you want out of life and work towards them goals, and be able to work towards them goals, because niggas can have goals all day and dreams and aspirations, but if you ain't got the means to make the steps, that's another thing. That's another topic.
And I want to add one thing. I'm sitting here thinking one more thing before we go. I wanted to add on to what I was saying. You also got to know your partner too. Like, I know my baby's not a romantic. I'm a Pisces. He's a Libra, right? We wear our heart on our sleeves. We're so romantic. I told him I'm a romantic type. Like, I'm the type of woman to get him a pedicure and rub his feet. Like, I loved that. That brings me joy. I don't do it for him. Like, me buying him flowers that day, it was for me. It was for my dopamine. Like, it made me feel good.
I ate the chocolate and then I gave her the flowers back.
When he got in the house, he was like, babe, you can put it in a vase or whatever. But he didn't project me in front of everybody. He loved it. You know what I mean? But you also got, like I said, you got to know your partner. You got to respect it, because he don't buy me flowers all the time. I'm not expecting that, because I know who he is. He loves me and he shows me affection in other ways that's I enjoy, and he enjoys watching me enjoy it. So you also got to know your partner. Like, ladies, don't get all frustrated. Oh, I bought him this and I bought him this just because, and he ain't do. You on wrong type of time. You don't even do it, because you're not doing it because your heart wants to do it. You doing it because to keep tallies. Ain't nobody got time for that. So like I said, know your partner. You know what I mean? I do a lot of things for him. I don't expect it in return. I'm just that type of person. I love to do stuff for my partner just to make them happy. And me being who I am is sensitive and emotional and stuff like that, as he say, because I'm a female. He does things. He does. That's another segment.
Yeah, y'all.
That's a whole other segment right there.
But you got little ladies. Man.
What I'm gonna say is, know your partner. You know, he don't do it. He don't buy me flowers and all of that stuff, and like I do, and that's cool, because, like I said, he show love in different ways, and I'm cool with it. But he knows, buy me flowers. He know I like flowers, but he'll do it. Like, if I'm having a real rough day, he's done it.
Every now and then.
I do, because when I was having a bad day at work and I came home, he said, "Oh, babe, I bought you flowers." I said, "Oh, that's so sweet." You know what I mean? I wasn't expecting that. You know what I mean? But like I said, overall, know your partner. In summary, chivalry? Chivalry's not dead.
Chivalry ain't dead. You know what? That might be the title.
Word. Chivalry is not dead.
That might be the title of this episode. Chivalry ain't dead.
Everybody has their own perspective in a relationship, and that's cool. And I guess women, don't propose to the man. I guess according to what he's saying.
Nah, sit y'all ass down till it's your time. And keep on doing what you're doing, and keep being great at what you're great at. And I promise you, your time gonna come. And it's like, all right, I'm gonna leave y'all on this. I'm trying to think of one on the top of my head too. You know how when you was hungry, right? And you ain't know what to eat. And then you finally found that spot. You was more hungrier than you was before. But because it took you long to find that spot, the food busts a little more. Just like that. And you be alright, yo. Just be patient. It's going to teach you patience too, because when you get married, your husband going to be an asshole. And he going to be loving on you, and he going to be annoying and all of that. So you're going to need patience, because marriage is not easy. I know, because I've seen a lot of married people. I ain't never been married in my life, but the relationship's not easy. So just got to ride that shit out, man.
So that's it? Falling Sweet Tea?
I guess so, shit.
Well,
This is the first episode.
it's the first episode of Sweet Tea. Chivalry isn't dead.
I don't even think we should watch it. I think we should just straight post it.
Well, I guess that's it, folks.
Well, we comment, man. Like and subscribe. And we gonna be back with another one. Comment and let us know what topics y'all wanna hear. We just gonna hop on here every day and just talk, bro. We just gonna be talking about whatever floats our boat, whatever pops in our mind at the moment. We just like, fuck it, let's start a YouTube and talk to the people. You know?
It is what it is.
Whether you riding in the car, you stuck in traffic, you sitting on the toilet taking a shit, you in the tub, you cooking. Just listen to what we're talking about, because we be making some good ass points. I mean, at least I believe I do anyway. And hopefully one day, man, we'll have a bunch of followers and y'all be still tuned in on Sweet Tea. Hold it down.
Hold it down.